Oh my god, it's live. Not sure if you heard that, but it was someone texting me while I'm trying to stream. Of course they do it right as soon as I click stream, go live. Anyway, gonna get started here in a couple minutes. I don't know, just decided to stream. Figured I'd let people trickle in and then go from there. Have you guys seen this new Pokewalker stuff? My stylus. There it is. So you can gift yourself a Pokemon, I guess. There's all sorts of cool, fun stuff you can do with it. Like we can gift ourselves, get a Larvitar. Held item, we'll give it Master Ball because of course. We'll just give it Pound. Ability, I think we have to give it an ability, and I don't actually know what abilities you would give a Larvitar, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. We'll give it Damp, because that's definitely appropriate. And then you can take your Pokewalker here, and sync it up. And it'll add that Pokemon. You can see comes up as an event Pokemon. You can see it in there, Larvitar. And you can do whatever the heck Pokemon you want. And then as soon as you sync this back to your Heart Gold or Soul Silver, it'll give you that event Pokemon. Pretty cool stuff. All the other options work just about as you'd think they would. Except for ROM dump, I can't get that to work. I don't know if it's my Palm or if it's my Pokewalker, but when I try it, it just crashes the Pokewalker, and then this thing errors out. The creator, Dimitri, uses an M515. I really don't think it makes that big of a difference, but I have a 505. Also, for shits and giggles, I do have a Zyre 72S that I know is charged. There it is. I have to install the software. Fuck off. I got the software, the Palm or the Pokewalker software to run on this thing, but it errors out no matter what you do. I can't get it to sync. So, and it doesn't matter whether I choose a valid combination or otherwise. Just errors out, not enough data. I don't know if it's a Palm thing or what, but there you go. Looks like only Palm OS 4 devices work, not Palm OS 5. This is info. Yeah, 5.28. The other one, this thing, is 4.1. So I don't know, maybe it's a hardware thing, maybe it's a software thing, but either way, there we go. Sorry, just playing around. And yeah, I know I'm a tease, but more on that later. And by later, I don't mean in the stream, just later in general. So I guess I'll go ahead and get started here. The content for today's stream, I guess, as it were. Excuse me. This is something that I would normally do as a video, but before I get accused of more shenanigans, I figured I'd just do it as a stream and try and rule out as much shenanigans as possible. So it started with this Instagram post, and it is actually linked in the description. But this wasn't the first instance of this particular thing happening. So what this is this person posted this on Instagram, and then Retro6 commented, well, this person posted on Instagram that he didn't understand how Retro6's screen was significantly more expensive than Funny Playing's. If you look at the prices, you've got £89 for the Retro6 one, and then $48. That's pretty sure he goes into more detail and does the currency conversion. But either way, the Retro6 one works out to about twice as much money, and this person was just like, well, I don't understand how this is possible. So Retro6 chimes in and says, well, that's because it's different hardware. It comes with a bracket. But he also says, this is 100% Retro6 brewed hardware. Assuming it means hardware. But what he's saying by this, he's saying that he made a backlight kit. Now, if you go to his, if you go to the page listing on his site, you see down here, retro6.co.uk, this is a live page. This isn't cached or anything. We'll just refresh it, just to prove a point here. You can see the price works out to $98.58. And you saw the Funny Playing one was like 45 or something. But anyway, we go down to the reviews. We'll go to page 2 because I already know where it is. I thought I did. Oh God, did they move? No, there it is. So this person says, great product, although not stated as a V1 IPS screen, and it probably drains more battery. Luke from Retro6, right there, it says, this isn't V1, it is the very latest, it isn't Funny Playing, it is our own programmed one. So between those two different things, I feel confident in saying that Luke is confident in saying it's his own IPS kit. Now, I've seen the pictures of this thing, and it looks exactly like the other IPS kits that I've done in, for example, this one, or that video that I just did like a week ago with the, I already forgot what color it is, but it has the aluminum buttons in it. And I even wired up the button controls. But anyway, I got a treat for you guys. I ordered a package. Let me get a knife so I can open this package. And just to prove there's no shenanigans, DHL worldwide. Look at who that's from. Look at who it's from. Look at that. Retro6 Luke. This is still sealed. I have not opened this yet. And you'll have to forgive me because I'm going to have to kind of do it out of frame here for two different reasons. One, I can't actually fit the full thing in frame. And two, if there's any other documentation in here, I would really like to avoid doxing myself. So, you know, little things. Get that open there. I ordered several things. Not just the backlight kit. Flip that over. There's a sealed envelope here. I'm gonna dox myself if I open that. Yes, I am. There is a invoice with my address right there. So I'll flip it over. Okay. Ooh, what's all this? What's all this good stuff? Is this it? I think this is it. That looks it. So there's other stuff in here that I will be saving for another video. But that's it. That's what we want. Get rid of that. So I do gotta say, I do appreciate the packaging. I like these little hard cases. I don't know what the heck I'd use it for. And oh, look at this. It even comes with a bag. What's in this bag? Is there anything in this bag? There is. I think this is the bracket. Yeah, that's the bracket there. Okay. So you get yourself a nice acrylic injection molded plastic bracket. Very nice. I appreciate that. All right. We get 3 wires, presumably for brightness controls. Some double-sided adhesive tape. A sticky for the back of the PCB, or excuse me, for the back of the screen. Another sticky for the back of the PCB. The screen itself, notice that this is a Topley LCD, not a LG one. I did a video on that a little while back. And then here is the PCB itself. Now, before I even test this, before I go any further, this is the reason why I wanted to take a look at this, because it just seemed a little bit fishy, all right? Now, you'll have to take my word for this. I haven't gone out and bought 2 Retro 6 kits and installed one in this Game Boy ahead of time. I just don't roll that way. But now I have done an install in this Game Boy before, and I can't show you that it works because apparently last time I was in this thing I didn't actually put it back together properly, and it doesn't work, but it's okay. Apparently I stripped out that screw post too. Cool. Set the screws aside. Don't make a mess. Alright. Oh, look at that. Interesting. This kit has 2 touch sensors. How interesting. They must have copied. Alright, pop that out of there. And I have 100% no idea why this isn't working. I know why the touch sensors weren't working, because someone desoldered them. But let's take a closer look at, just pull this whole darn thing out. Let's look at the layout of these 2 PCBs. Alright. Now you tell me, what do you think? Are these different, or are these the same thing? Because they sure as hell look like the same exact thing to me. Down to even the trace layout. I don't see any difference between the parts. I don't see any difference between the PCBs. Let's look at the ribbon cable. Looks the same to me. Now, I know this one isn't made by Retro 6. I know, because I've been in communication with the factory that makes these. They made these. I literally just did a video on the upgraded version of this thing. I mean, it's a silly thing to lie about, but here we are. Yeah, these are, hardware-wise, these are the exact same thing. Now, maybe, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe Luke did something and decided to redo all the firmware on the device itself. Wow, I just realized I haven't been seeing any of the chat. I'm sorry, guys. YouTube has informed me that there was no chat. I just assumed there was no chat. I decided to double check it because that just seems suspicious. There's a lot of chat. Give me just a moment. I'm going to catch up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Real interesting when I'm just sitting here scrolling through chat. I'm sure you guys love it. I'm sorry. I feel obligated to in case someone actually brought up something that I feel like I should answer. Alright, I swear the audio was in sync before I started streaming. I double checked this. I'm blaming YouTube. It's in sync on my computer. Here. Tell me if that's out of sync. All right, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to try. It was synced up until I hit the go live button. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll carry on. Sorry, I'm actually paying attention to chat now, guys. Wow. Oh, there it is. I got super distracted. Didn't even know where I put the darn thing. All right, so let's see if I can get this thing working. This is the original kit, not the super special limited edition $40 bracket kit. I need batteries. How about these fantastic Pro Pack Ultra Alkaline? Because it's what I have on my desk. Gotta plug in the screen, don't we? Oh hey look, my old kit works. Must have just not been seated properly, or maybe my screen got fucked up somehow. I don't know, probably something to do with not keeping a lens on this Game Boy. Let's double check my screen. Heaven forbid I treat my stuff with actual care. Yeah, must be the screen dead. That's unfortunate. Oh well, just goes to show you should probably put a lens on your Game Boy. Okay. Okay. So, let's, this is the kit. Hang on, I'm trying to think of how I want to test this. I want to test it with an Easy Flash, not with an actual game. So this is the, whatchamacallit, the quote-unquote one-chip screen. Get some tweezers so I'm not flipping that with a knife. And this one has the color palettes and all the fancy features and shorting out on stuff, and that's probably not good. What was... I think if we do the scrolling bars... Pretty sure this kit was the one that dropped frames. That is the wrong test. And I'm sorry, I know my phone is dropping frames too. That's unavoidable at the moment. Let's do that one. I genuinely don't remember which kit is in here, but I don't see any dropped frames. Oh wait, yeah I do. So obviously there's the one when the S crosses the side, and then it's kind of choppy. Again, sorry, I know my phone is probably dropping frames, so it's going to be really hard to tell, but you'll have to take my word for it. Let me pop a battery out of there. I'm going to swap out the kits. Okay, so I need to pop out both batteries. And that is precisely why I had desoldered the sensors, because that was annoying the crap out of me. I'm going to go ahead and apply this sticky stuff. Interesting that they have the same text on their sticker. They went out of their way to design their own kit exactly like the original, or the other one. It's so bizarre. Alright, now this is the super special backlight kit. It's plugged in. Put this crappy sticky stuff down that doesn't stick to anything worth a damn. Let's try it out. So I probably should have switched it off. That would have been a wise thing to do, but whoops. Didn't realize it was on. Okay, let's try it out. Scrolling bars. Give me color back. What you doing? Okay, fine. We'll just deal with that. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Alright, good enough. Let me actually look at this now. So, I am noticing some dropped frames. Aside from when that S crosses. You know what? Let's make this super fair. Wait, no, it's that one right at the bottom, scrolling bars. There's no reset, so any dropped frames that you may or may not see, which you probably won't see any. I'll even zoom in. I can tell you without doubt it is dropping frames. I don't see any tearing, thankfully. I don't see any other glitching, but this is just one test. Let's try something else. I'm going to actually put this together now so that I can stop getting annoyed at this stupid freaking touch sensor nonsense. I'm going to use my pre-cut shell that just so happens to come pre-cut for this exclusive Retro 6 kit. Before I put that in, I'm going to take that off because I had it with these sensors. Let's use my super special bracket. Doesn't even fit. But to be fair, this is an aftermarket shell. Might fit perfectly fine in an OEM one. Still, I'd prefer that it work in both, but I can't fault Luke for this shell that I... Oh my god, did I just break the screen? I think I did. I pushed in a dumb spot where I should not have pushed. I mean, if I did, it's not that big of a deal. I have more. But I don't want to have to use more. I don't need to. Good lord. Okay, what's confusing me is that I know this screen fits. I think this is user error right here. There we go. Yeah, we'll call that user error. This bracket is not lined up with the cuts that I already have though. So it's not going to fit unless I remove the bracket. Again, not going to blame Luke for that because this is an aftermarket shell that was pre-cut, as in I didn't even mod this. Fits great without the bracket in there though. Does the other one fit? That one doesn't fit either. Oh yeah, it does. Just kidding. All right, guys, I'm looking at this kit. If you scroll back in the stream all the way to like the first couple minutes, I went over why I'm looking at this kit. I'm specifically looking at it. If we unlock my phone here, because if you look on Retro 6's website, Luke says it's his own designed. Well, on his website it says he programmed it. It doesn't say he designed it. If we go to Instagram, we can see that it is 100% Retro 6 brewed hardware. So I'm just looking at this because I think it's really interesting that Luke is saying he made this when it's very clear that he stole it, or he's just reselling it and saying he made it, which in my opinion is stealing. So yeah, bracket fits, but I'm leaving it out because it's not going to do anything. I'm going to get my fingers all over this screen. I'm going to have to clean it. Does that not fit? Good Lord. Yes, it does say Harsware, because heaven forbid we spell check. There we go. The trick is to put the IR thingy in first. Right. What am I missing? I'm missing start and select. Oh, and I'm missing the stupid clear sticker that I really don't think does anything, but we're going to include it just in case, because I'd rather play it safe. In the off chance that something shifts. Ooh, we should test and see if the button controls work too. We'll get to that in a moment. I'm just going to put one screw in. Sandy Cheeks, can you make a bigger screen? Funny you ask. Soon. I can say no more. I'm surprised they don't just tell you to stick this onto the back of the LCD. That would be so much cheaper. Well, not that I imagine a strip of plastic is expensive. It's an extra process that they can skip. Dumb motherfucker. Ta-da! Oh, interesting. That is way off center. That's probably why my bracket doesn't fit. That's brightness. That's palettes. Johnny, Florida. This is live right now. I'm just slow on chat. I mean, look, I know I said it was dropping frames earlier, but let's be honest, it's still perfectly playable. I have no issues with this. I mean, with how it's performing, I have plenty other problems. I can't try the bracket without cutting my shell more, and the stream is dropping frames for everyone, not just for you. The stream is dropping frames because I am streaming from my phone over Wi-Fi to my computer, and then from my computer to YouTube. And unfortunately, in that process, several frames just end up getting dropped. I am looking into getting a better solution implemented, but that costs money, and I don't like spending money. I will say though, this is working a lot better than that very first kit that I tried out, which I think is actually literally this one. That one was giving me weird glitches on the screen. You'd have to check out that video. Skip to like the last 5 minutes or so. but I mean, it's playable. I don't know. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to see me test? What version is that Easy Flash on? I don't know. I don't think I think I updated it once. Let's find out. Firmware 4, kernel 1.04e. Did I order the Retro 60 hum kits? Yes, but also no. I ordered Helders. Oh shit, that wasn't what I wanted. Nick Hunter, you are aware that those literally haven't come out yet, right? The one seller that has them listed is listing them before he even has them. No one has those yet. The factory hasn't even finished making them. Like, and this has the exact same problem that all the other IPS kits have. There's some gnarly pixel overdrive artifacting. But otherwise, it's fine. Link to the seller. I'm not going to link to the seller because, like I said, the seller doesn't have any product to actually sell. They're just they have it listed, but it's not actually out yet. Yeah. Let's try two more things though. Before I just sit here dicking around aimlessly. Let's try the button controls. Because on the early versions of this kit, this one in particular even, it has the solder points for button controls, but they don't actually work. But this one comes with wire, so theoretically, it should work. I can't imagine he would send it and it would like not support that. That would be a whole new low, I think. Not that I would put it past Luke at this point, but still. Look at these all tinned up nice. Got some delicious solder on there. I'm even going to desolder the sensors. And where's my multimeter? Which kits? This kit HDR? As far as I know, it is some generic FPGA. What specific chip, I do not know. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing I did in the last video. I'm going to do left and A, because if you hit both buttons at the same time, it should be able to trigger palettes instead of just brightness, whereas if you just do left and right like the kit is labeled, you can't do palettes, you can only do brightness. So is that ground? Where's the ground to test? That is ground. So that is L. I want that one. I hate soldering to these vias. I should have put the other tip on my iron. Here's an idea. Let's turn that off. Bear with me. Got a plan. Because I hate soldering this kind of stuff with that tip. And switching tips is grossly inconvenient. The reason I use a chisel tip is because for most things that is more convenient. For this, it is not. Sorry, I had to crawl under my desk to get my power supply plugged back in. Oh wait, shoot, that's the wrong one. Damn it. It was already plugged in. I just wasn't paying attention. I would actually like to try out my nice new J-tip, but I don't have one for this iron. It's for my other iron, but my other iron's hot, and changing tips while it's hot is not fun. Alright, so that is the left button. Will that reach? Oh my god, it does reach, but it doesn't actually fit. But it fits in that one. Okay, don't fall over. I'm pretty sure that is ground. Indeed it is. So that one should be... I think my tape is over it. So I'll use the one up here instead. I already forgot, was it that top one? I think it was. Didn't HiHiSB literally post his own internals on Instagram? Plus he sent that one console to Colin, and this does not compute, and he took it apart. Yeah, his consoles are messy as fuck, but, I mean, what else do you expect? He's literally shoving DS Lites inside Game Boy Colors and shit. Oh, forgot what I was doing. We want start or select, doesn't matter. If I do select, it should be over on this side. Oop, that's the wrong iron. Habits. Am I that big of a rock star that people are asking for my hand in marriage? I mean, come on, Aaron, or excuse me, Jesse, you can do better. Let's be honest. I appreciate the sentiment, though. I'm sorry if I'm out of frame right now. Just gonna get these tacked down real quick. Oh my god, that is a terrible solder joint. We'll go with it. Just send it. Right. Right. Oh, I just made a mess of my solder. Damn it. Okay. I tried spooling it up and it did not go very well. Nick, you can't just say shit like that without posting pictures. You can't just say, made this sick looking Game Boy and like not show it off. That's not how that works. So what's special about this kit? If you scroll back to the very beginning of the stream, I explain it in more detail, but I'll sum it up for you. Retro6 says he made this. What the fuck did I do with my screwdriver? There it is. I really don't think Retro6 made this, given the fact that it looks identical to other versions made by a company in China. Uses the exact same bill of materials, has the exact same parts included, except for the bracket. I appreciate that, but it's not worth $40, no fucking way. And, you know, it has the same defects. So, oh, that is not going to go together well. Tuck that in there. Put the batteries in the right way around this time. No more touch sensors. But, if we put into a game here. The Moon Man, alright. You know, that is certainly a possibility. I really don't think that's what happened. It's possible. But I really don't think that's what happened. But that's also not what he said. He didn't say it was his own kit. He said he made the kit. There's a difference. Not only did he not make it, he's not an exclusive seller. I have 0 button controls. Pretty sure it was select. I know my select button's working because the bike's working. So this is it's kind of ridiculous. How do you doze off in the sun? Look, I have no brightness controls, nothing. All right, let me get something. I'm not going far, I promise. Getting this Game Boy that I just did last week 2 weeks ago. Maybe more. I don't even know at this point. So if we boot this up and I hit select and A, look at that, the brightness goes up. Select and left, brightness goes down. I have these two kits wired identically. If you had the lens off, you'd be able to see where I soldered to the vias on this one, but this one I actually bothered putting a lens on. But there's nothing for this one. I know my select works because he's going to get off the bike. I know my left works because he's walking to the left. And nothing. I know my A works. He's talking. There's no button controls. There's Retro CNC, baby. That's these aluminum buttons here. There's no button controls. I don't. The fact that he includes the wires too. That's so frustrating. Does it even say on his website? Let's take a look. We'll take a look together. There's a ravishing rainbow of over 32,000 possible colors. I mean, technically yes, but Game Boy Color is not actually capable of that, so... There's a limited palette of colors that the Game Boy Color actually supports at one time. New version has 2 touchpads to change the color palette as well as the brightness levels. Alright, in his defense, it does not say that it actually supports the button controls. Or it does, and I'm just missing it because I'm skimming and this is a stream and that's how things work. But why the wires are in the package? I don't... Oh, I know why the wires are in the package, because the frickin' manufacturer included them. Like that the pictures are of 3D printed brackets. I'm not gonna lie though, I do like this. This is cool. I like the injection molded brackets. Not for 40 bucks, again, but that is a nice thing. The, oh, come on. If we go to, however the hell we navigate his site, Game Boy Color, screens. See, the brackets are less than $3, so I don't know why it costs $40 when it's included with the screen. But there you have it. I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, I'm not surprised. Are any of you guys honestly surprised that Retro 6 is lying about something again? I mean, it's bad enough when he lied about the batteries, which he still hasn't fixed, by the way. I even went out and bought more frickin' batteries just to prove that there were no shenanigans. Video coming soon, by the way. Oh, like, why are people still supporting this clown? It's ridiculous. This isn't the first time I've caught him lying. This isn't the first time someone has caught him lying, and he's just still carrying on. I don't get it, man. I genuinely don't understand. And like, you go on Facebook, you go on Reddit, you go wherever the fuck else normies hang out and post shit these days, I don't even know. And you see people singing his praises, and I just don't get it. Anyway, I don't think I have much else to say on this kid. What's the deal with his batteries? Well, I made a video a little while back, something along the lines of Game Boy Advance mod battery roundup or something like that. I don't know anymore. And the long and short of it is that he lied about the capacity, he lied about the runtime, and the biggest problem I have with the listing itself is that he lies about the capacity of AA batteries to try and sell you on his battery. Like, he says that these things are half the capacity that they actually are, just to make his battery look better, and that's just so slimy to me, and people eat that shit up. It disgusts me. Oh, and then after my video came out, he accused me, well, he accused Retromodding, and by extension me, of making that shit up, which just pissed me off even more. But it's for another time. What do I think about the Retro 6 amp chip? I think that it does nothing special that a regular amp doesn't already do. Don't pay the Retro 6 tax. Alright, yeah, no. Look, don't get me wrong. He's doing some cool shit. Like, in that other package that I placed very out of reach already, he's got some new products that I ordered that literally no one else is making. So it's not like, you know, if it's shit, I could say, oh, we'll just buy blah, blah, blah. No. You literally cannot get some of the other stuff that he's making. So he's doing some cool shit. I just wish he would stop being such a fucking liar about it. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys. I'm ranting now, and I didn't intend to rant. Let's do one more thing. I think my iron is cooled down. I want to try out my new tip. You know, it curves a little at the tip, but that's okay. I hear that's normal. Alright. Let's fire that bad boy up, because I gotta desolder this. Hey, I like the knife tip. The knife tip is very good for everything except for soldering to vias. I don't like soldering to vias with it. Ooh. That is exactly why I'm firing up the soldering iron. I already forgot about that. What do I do with my solder? Gotta tin my new tip. Ooh. Look at that. Brand new. Oops. Dropping solder on my perfectly working screen. I'll just desolder it from the Game Boy. I don't give a shit. Ooh, that's my finger. So one thing this J-tip does really well that I've already noticed is if you press it into your finger, it burns. So that's cool. I like that. I'll desolder it from here too. And my tip is not actually screwed down all the way. Yeah, seems pretty nice. I think I'll try this out for a little while. Yeah. No real reason, I think, to spend big on a name brand soldering iron, but definitely pay for the tips. I use the actual Hakko manufactured tips in my iron because there is a significant difference in performance, and I appreciate it, so I don't mind paying for it. All right. That's out of there. I do want to test one more thing real quick. You know what those tips are good for? You're right, HDR. They are good for soldering flash chips, such as the kind in Pokemon Fire Red. I wouldn't know anything about that, though. I want to put this back in there. And I want to test one more thing. I'm just going to tuck this wire in. So, yeah, screen mod in the Game Boy Pocket. Game Boy Pocket screen mods look fucking mint, alright? The problem is, at the end of the day, it's still a Game Boy Pocket, so you still have garbage battery life, and you can't play any Game Boy Color games. So, wait for... There's some new kits coming for Game Boy Color that I think you'll be very interested in. I would recommend waiting for them. You're not wrong. I am definitely not wearing pants. I normally put on pants for streams just in case something terrible happens and the camera ends up pointed somewhere it shouldn't, but I definitely forgot to do that today. So, hey, you, stop flirting with me. So what I wanted to test by putting in the old kit was I wanted to see if the image position on the LCD is any different, and I'm sorry the brightness is down all the way and I didn't actually wire in the touch sensors, but it's not. The position is exactly the same. It's off center. It's all the way over to the left. What that means is that my shell was not trimmed properly, but this wasn't a video on the shell. This was a video on screen kit, which I am comfortable concluding is bullshit. So, there you go. You can quote me on that. Alright, at this point, I don't really know what to do with myself, with my hands, with anything. This is kind of all the content I had planned. There's some more stuff I can play with, but if I do that, I'm definitely stopping and restarting the stream because I don't want to associate that other cool stuff with this hot mess. So if y'all want to stick around, give me like 10-15 minutes. I'll be back. But otherwise, that's all I got for right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep on keeping on, and if you have any questions, I'll get to them later. Like I said, give me like 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna go have a beer.